Ready to soldier on. All right, now, in case it wasn't clear what just happened, when the DTS override in the character template is not null or empty, then when you attempt to talk to the character, it defaults to DTS no matter what the conversation says. So when I set this there and I set it in the structures, I made it so that the information in the conversation state was irrelevant. I was so obsessed with finding that misspelled DTS name that I just wasn't even thinking about that. So we're going to go back through, we're going to remove that from the structure template and from the action node. And then we're going to play it again, and then everything will be fine, right? Right, guys? Or are you Dunsford? Ugh, it's the worst. It's the worst. Okay, Gosgen, your crap is set to nothing. That's what we want. And then in the temporary city, Gosgen, we don't want to set your speech to anything. It was right the first time. Okay, saving that template. Saving this chunk. Right? Yeah, saving. All right. These chunk files are where I keep all of the game world data. This is where I edit and save it. I work chunk by chunk, piece by piece. Um, I don't necessarily have to do it that way. I could load it all in one chunk. I mean, not really, because it's a 32-bit editor. Sometimes I load 4 chunks at a time when I really have to get like a town built across a seam. But yeah, generally I keep it saved one scene per chunk. It's just easier that way. Okay, here we go. What are you guys talking about? It's kind of funny. I don't I don't follow your conversation at all. It's weird. It's like hearing chatter, in a coffee shop or something. Like you're sitting working and, someone talks about, you know, a book they're reading or like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me, and you kind of get like a little glimpse into their life. That's kind of what's happening on the chat right now. Is it, that brings up an interesting question. It would be incredibly rude for me to go over to that table or whatever and sit down and say, what's your girlfriend's name? Or, you know, what other kinds of books do you like? Is it rude for me to interject and ask what somebody's talking about on a chat stream? I mean, I wouldn't have thought so until I just made that analogy about the coffee shop. AED Productions. Type up on YouTube Flash Season 1 pilot trailer. Hmm. I'm helping you, Craig's game. Got it. Making a city in what? If you don't mind my asking. Has anyone tried to kill it? Something's got to be done regardless. Okay. I've heard enough, buddy. I've heard enough. So many times I've heard enough. It gets so hard to um, it gets so hard to debug these missions because the first time you sort of play through them, maybe even the first 5 or 10 times, um, you kind of have a sense of what the player is going to experience. But after you haven't even seen, man, like even starting from the beginning of the dev streams, I haven't played through this one very many times. With the main quest missions, man, I can't even think of them as missions anymore. They're just like these weird checklists that I go through one by one. The characters don't matter to me. You know, it's like being in the Matrix and you just see, you know, the scripting behind them. So it's so hard to know. Like, is this any fun? I don't know. Okay, we did it. We did it. I live for these tiny moments, for these minor victories, even if it's over ground we fought on before. Okay. Our mine engineer, I presume? The mayor said you were very good at black powder. That's the plan. Blast it to bits. Da 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 da. I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. All right. Let's get this over with. Oh, in Unity 5. Cool. Yeah, yeah. Send me a link. I like to see what people are up to. And thanks for asking. That was cool of you. Yeah, etiquette of online conversations and stuff like that, I find kind of fascinating. Etiquette in, you know, real life, I sometimes have trouble with, um, especially when it's amongst a gathering of like-minded people in pursuit of a common goal. Um, I tend to be a little presumptuous. Like if we're all there for a VR meetup or something, I don't really think much of just butting into conversations, and it can sometimes get me in trouble. But online interactions are so different and so much looser and stranger. I get the sense that there's etiquette developing and forming organically, um, you know, just among the participants, especially among young people who pick that sort of thing up subconsciously. But for someone who didn't grow up, I mean, I grew up with online chat, but not in the, to the same degree. It's omnipresent now and in so many different forms. Um, okay, this should be our dam here soon. Oh God, we're loading. That's the problem with Dev Sprint is you move so fast that the game can't keep up and load. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, I just find, you know, asking permission for certain things, not others. You know, what's okay to say, what's okay to butt in on. I suppose somebody will write a book about it someday, or a blog. It won't be a book. What am I saying? It'll probably be a wiki. All right, I'm gonna take just a quick breather and look at this trailer real quick. Well, this is just a trailer for Flash. I thought you were sending me a trailer for your game. I've seen the promos for Flash. I know what it is. I just wasn't following um, because I mistakenly assumed you meant the animation platform. All right. Oh, good, good, good. Gosgan spawned. Yeah, I'm waiting to watch Flash. I'm gonna binge watch it, do it all in one go because I've heard good things. Okay, we're almost to where we were the last time we did a dev stream. Gosgan spreads his arm out to his sides as if to embrace the sky and landscape before him. Here we are, safe and sound. Under any other circumstances, I would actually enjoy the view. Let's concentrate on the dam, buddy. Okay, yes, I suppose we should. It does spoil the beauty of the scene a bit. We'll simply have to get rid of it. Gosgan grins with mock bravado. Let's make some quick drawings of the place, and I'll be able to identify which parts we need to hit. I'm going to wait for that. Okay, Gosgan sketches. He's about to give me a bunch of explosives. I won't read the descriptions of where to put things because it's a long conversation. Okay, great. Give me the charges and I'll get started. Hey, I like your spirit, but I think you'd want me to explain about the fuses before you go herring off. It's somewhat important. Fine. Gaussian hands you a box containing a number of carefully arranged, faintly glowing crystals. These are Luminite fuses, all my own design. You don't need fire or tinder to light them. One surge of energy from my detonator will set them off. You need to attach one of these fuses to each charge or they won't blow. Got it? Understood. I'll take care of it. Good stuff. The way back should be safe enough for the time being, so I'll meet you back in Dunsford, hopefully to hear you bring the good news. Godspeed, player, and good luck. Okay, so now I've got the fuses. I've got the bombs. I'm gonna go down to. Oh, this is risky. Oh yeah, okay. I don't want a broken leg. Oh, I'm getting butterflies. What if we go in here and the structure triggers still aren't there, man? I might have to kill myself. Okay, I'm gonna oversave exploding dam. Um, yeah, Craigster, do you have a trailer to your game or a website for it? I'd be interested to see it. What? What? What is this? Well, I've lost consciousness for one thing. Oh, good, good, good. Okay. You are above ground. You are underground. Okay, the trigger just kicked in a little later than expected. Okay, good, 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 good. We're underground. Now, a couple of things should happen here. First, when I drop down there, we should have like a nice little boo scare. Yep, there we are. Oh boy. Good old Leviathan breaking through the dam. Check. All right, now I've got to plant these bombs. Gonna put one there. Attach the fuse. Okay. Now, to be honest, I don't really remember where I'm supposed to put these. The conversation that you have with Goskin needs to be updated because Ryan wrote it before we actually made the level. And I made the level roughly to match his descriptions. But we need to do one more pass just to ensure that it's clear. In the meantime, though, I'm not totally solid on where these things have to go. So I'm gonna look up to make sure. Now how am I keeping track of trigger behemoth dam attack? Da 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 da. Oh, I have world items that are hidden that can be destroyed by an explosive. That's what I'm doing. So I need to look. I'm looking through the hierarchy of the water dam right now. You can see now that we're inside, the exterior has been turned off. So you can sort of see this little X-ray view. I can send you a video, but I had to skip some part due to not being finished. That sounds good. Um, yeah, I'll take a look. It's always fun to see people's projects. If anybody on the stream is working on something and you want to pimp it, um, just post a link. It's always fun to see stuff. It's inspiring. Gets my creative juices flowing. All right, I'm seeing all the interior items here, but I'm not seeing um, the little bits that were supposed to explode. Is it in the exterior? Okay, we got the cave lights. We got the egg sac, spider cave rock. Oh, here they are. Here they are. I'm disguising them as rocks. Oh, look at that. I put the bomb right where you're supposed to put it. Okay, so how this is working, how I'm doing the damned up demolition is I've created some basically invisible items that can take damage from explosive splash damage. I've created three, one right there, one in the corner here, which is, okay, it looks like I was about right next to this cluster of logs. And then the third one, which I'm not sure at all about, oh, it's up here next to the egg sac. Okay. And then the egg sac itself is damageable. So what will happen is I place these charges, and then when I set them off, it's obviously not going to damage the building because the building, can't, it doesn't record damage. But then I believe in the mission, and let me double check this. Here's the mission script. Successfully blew up dam. So somewhere I have a script that checks to see the state of these four objects. And if all four were destroyed by splash damage, then the mission variable successfully blew up dam gets set to true. If only one or two were destroyed, then attempted to blow up dam gets set to true. So the question is, where did I put that script? Structure demolition controller. That sounds right. Okay. So this is a script I wrote to control the real-time destruction of structures. And in this script, which it's a world item script, so it attaches to the structure itself. In this script, I have it set to change these mission variables. So I'm going to crack this open actually, because it's been so long since I've looked at this code. I'm curious to see how I handled this. World item script is just souped up, crazy, complicated mono behavior. It extends mono behavior, does a lot of neat things, helps scripts communicate to each other. Okay. Okay, so it looks like what happens is I depend on objects to add demolishable. And demolishable, where did those rocks go? Demolishable is another world item script, which listens specifically for explosion damage. And when it's initialized, it looks for the demolition controller, the structure that it belongs to. When it finds it, it adds itself to this list. So I wonder, can I see the list of demolishables? It might be a dictionary, it might be private, I'm not sure. Nope. Demolition weak points right here. So it's added 3. It hasn't added the egg like I thought, but maybe that's fine. It's added the 3 spider rocks. So the structure demolition controller is listening to see if those 3 get exploded, and if they do, it'll set these mission variables correctly. Okay, so all I have to do is place them in the right spots. I was really close. Again, I have to do another pass with Goskin's speech, or I have the mouse sensitivity set badly here. I have to do another pass with his discussion with you. Burst, you bum. To make sure that it's clear where you're supposed to put this stuff. Oh, I forgot that the orb lights are too weak underground to get dark rot. I'm gonna get dark rot on Ray. That sucks. All right, I'm gonna put 2 up here just for good measure. And he said, I mean, he gave me 5, so I'm just gonna put 5 down. Like, it can't hurt. Okay. How do I get out of here? I'm above ground. All right, I'm gonna save. Charges placed. Soon I'm gonna make a website and put updates on it. All right, sounds good. Take your time. All right, we did it. We placed the charges. We verified that there is a distraction mechanism in place, so we're not just, you know. Now the question is, how do I blow it up? And Gosgen said he had a. You guys having some trouble there? Gosgen said he had a detonator. I don't believe he gave that detonator to me. I do not have a detonator, so now one has to wonder, how do I set these off? Let's look at the charges. Black powder charge. Okay, you are a bomb. You have a fuse. I'm gonna guess that this fuse is where we do it. Oh, it listens for a mission variable change. That's interesting. So what are you listening to, buddy? Engineer trigger fuse. Well, isn't that clever? All right. So somehow, somewhere, I am supposed to trigger the mission variable engineer trigger fuse to change. Now it sounds to me like a Gosgen is supposed to be the one that triggers it. So this sounds like a mismatch between the writing and the execution. This happens occasionally. Ryan will write something, and then as I'm implementing it, and it's been a while since I started implementing this, so I'm kind of having to reconstruct my thinking here, but as I was implementing it, I realized that it was impractical or something for Gosgen to be the one that actually triggers the detonation. So I made him leave. Is that what happened? Well, in any case, he's not here now, so there's no way for him to do it. The only way that a character can take action like that is if it's happening in a conversation and there's an exchange where he says, "All right, I'm going to trigger it" or something. So let's look real quick. I'm just going to load up. Oops. The way back should be safe enough for the time being. Blah blah blah. One surge of energy from my detonator will set them off. Now he left. He's gone. He didn't give me a detonator. Was I assuming he'd give me a detonator? Something that would let me trigger this explosion? That has to be what I was imagining. I must have been picturing a device of some kind that he would give me at the same time as the black powder charges. So I think I'm actually going to create an object, a world item object, and I'll show you that whole process. That's a long, complicated process, but that's fun. However, I'm going to save it for next time. This time, I'm just going to manually change that mission variable, and we'll see what happens to the dam. Hopefully it explodes. All right, I'm looking at my my commands here. Mission variable behemoth. I already forgot what it is. Engineer trigger fuse. Engineer trigger fuse. We set that to 1. All right, now here's what should happen when I hit enter. Behemoth engineer trigger fuse 1. Those fuses are listening for a mission variable to change. When I change this manually, it's going to send out a mission variable changed value, or a mission variable changed message, excuse me. The script will look at the new value. It will see if the value, it will check if it's greater than or equal to 1. It will be. They will trigger the explosion if check variable blah 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 blah. It's gonna explode this bomb. This bomb is going to send out splash damage. Splash damage is going to hit the demolishable in on take damage. We'll see that in the debug log, and then we'll see. I mean, I'm assuming I made those rocks pretty weak. We should see last force blah, or we are demolished. Not last force blah wasn't enough to kill blah. So once they're demolished, that will send a message to the structure demolition controller. It's going to check the weak points. And if all weak points are destroyed, we're going to see all weak points were destroyed, demolishing structure. It will then start the coroutine demolish structure over time, which will spawn explosions in all of the predefined spots, and it will set the structure. Where's the structure? Structure, destroy structure, right up here. It's the first thing it does. In the structure, it's going to, come on, it's going to regenerate the mesh without the destroyed portions, and then generate a destroyed mesh on top of that, which fills in the parts that are left over. That's a lot of shit where something could go wrong. I fully expect something to. But if it doesn't, you'll have a great fireworks show. Let's see what happens. Oh, they're exploding. Oh no, not all weak points were destroyed, not demolishing structure. Well, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. One, we are demolished. Two, we are demolished. Three, we are demolished. They were all destroyed. What's your problem, buddy? Checking all weak points. 3, to see if we should demolish structure. Not all weak points are destroyed. All right, so what is your criteria? Jerk face. If the damageable script is not destroyed, all weak points are destroyed is false. And there's a check delay to ensure that they all go. It looks like the check delay kicked in. Oh wait, I'm seeing, what is this nonsense? Oh, it's the lake. Okay, that's not, we're not paying attention to that right now. It kicked in after all 3 were demolished, so that's fine. So apparently, in demolishable, when we take damage and the magnitude of the last force is greater than the maximum force, we set the damage taken to the durability, which is to say we set the damage that we've taken to the absolute max. Now, let's find our rock here. Are you still here, or did you get destroyed? It looks like they were destroyed. So yeah, that's dumb because now I can't check. Maybe they're still in the, okay, good. There's a chance here that the rocks are still in the destroyed queue. Yeah, they are, so I can still check. It takes a little while to actually remove them from the world, so I can go in and see what's what. All right, durability. Damage taken is 260. So that is absolutely destroyed. Something must be funky with the way I'm reporting destroyed in damageable. Is destroyed. Is destroyed. Return M destroyed. Now, why would I not? Oh, shit. I'm checking the wrong. It's not whether it's destroyed. Is destroyed tells me whether the object has been destroyed. Is dead. Which is state is dead, which gets set to true if the amount of damage that we've taken is greater than or equal to our durability. Now I understand why we reported not destroyed, because we weren't destroyed. All right, we're going to do that again because apart from that little funky thing, everything else seemed to be working amazingly. So there's a very good chance you might actually see some fireworks today. Close all these. It's a chain reaction. It is a chain reaction. One after another after another. Want to see a screenshot of the city I made, Craig? I would like to see a screenshot of the city you made. Yeah, and again, in any game I make from now on, I'm never going to have a daisy chain of scripts like that communicating so loosely. It's fucking madness. It just invites problems. I will create a single dedicated script that does this one particular thing. It would be called Spider Dam Explosion Controller or something like that. That does all of this in a nice linear fashion, probably in a coroutine. Um, and yes, there'll be some redundancy. And yes, it won't be like super generic, and it might be a little bit harder to mod. It might, uh, if I need to destroy another structure with a similar script, I won't be able to reuse components the way I am now. I don't care. It's cool. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right, let's check out this image. I should be laughing, but I'm seeing this how to take a screenshot uh, getting Googled alongside the actual screenshot. All right, let's zoom in on this. Looks cool. I wouldn't mind seeing it from the ground. Oh, hey, you have a fun, what is this asset pack I'm looking at? With the noisemaker and the party horn and stuff. That's kind of fun. Champagne. Oh, a candle. That just gave me an idea for Felt Tip Circus. I never thought about a birthday cake and like birthday candles. That's interesting. Yeah, this looks cool. You'll have to, if you drop by the stream again, keep me updated. Okay, here we go. We're loading. We are gonna see some goddamn explosions today. I'm in a mood today. That whole thing with Goslin's conversation really put me in a mood. I'm frustrated. I want to see something explode. Exploding dam charges placed. And then in the next stream, I'll create the detonator. I'll probably create the art asset beforehand and then just show you importing it and creating the new world item and adding it to the database and all that stuff. But the actual modeling and stuff I'll do off screen. I just heard something. Okay, charges should be placed. I'm gonna go underground and just double check. Yeah, they're all fine. Okay. Gonna get a nice vantage point here. Okay, we still got that error with the lake. I'm not gonna worry about it. Now, what was the syntax here? Mission variable behemoth. What the hell was it? Engineer trigger fuse. Engineer trigger fuse 1. Okay, here we go, guys. Whoa. Whoa. Oops. Well, that was kind of underwhelming. I mean, it worked. This is the destroyed dam, and we got some explosions, but what's supposed to happen is, okay, well, first of all, that spider egg should be gone. Those should not be there. What's supposed to happen is those explosions are supposed to be massive, and they're supposed to mask the transition from the undestroyed to the destroyed state. So yeah, that wasn't as cool as I was hoping. But you know what? It worked. That's something. That was a long, complex daisy chain of events that had to, work correctly for that all to go through. And it worked, so I'm going to count my blessings there. The one thing I do want to check is to see if the mission variable got set. Attempted to blow up dam and... Oh wait, I'm in the wrong place. Gameplay Manager's missions behemoth. Okay. Mission variables. Attempted to blow up dam is set to 1. Successfully blew up dam is set to 1. Okay, so that worked, which means the next time I talk to Gosgen, his conversation should branch correctly, right? Because he'll be able to know, did I succeed? Did I not succeed? All right, so the next step is I just got to create that fuse. I have to have Gosgen give me the fuse. Might as well open up my to-do here. Put that in there. Oops. Okay, so that is what I'll work on next time. But this time, what's going on with you guys? Why are you floating? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. I'm going to check that out while I'm here. And then I'm going to end the stream. I think it's a good place to end. With an explosion. All right. Now, it could be the case that the exterior colliders are not being turned off correctly. So even though the visual was set right, these colliders, when it regenerated the structure, it still regenerated all the exterior colliders, which means the colliders are not tagged correctly. So next time we'll get into structure building as well. Where was that? Notepad, you're so useless. Tag exterior colliders correctly in water spider dam. Okay, that's good. That's good. I feel better. That put me in a good mood. Didn't have to spend like 6 hours debugging that daisy chain. Phew! All right, I'm gonna call it a day. Good stream. Thanks for dropping in. Glad to hear about your projects. Do I have a combat system in my game? I do, yeah. It's not very complicated because the whole idea was to get away from combat and stick more to exploration. But yeah, you can attack things, they can attack you. There's weapons with stats and things like that. Please keep on streaming. Sorry, I gotta call it a day. But tune in next time, which should be in a couple days. There's a link below to my Twitter. Follow me there. I do announcements um, a few minutes before each stream. So yeah, I will catch you later. Bye.